So hi everyone,
No.
welcome back. Nice to see you girls. Hope you're fine. So, since last time we were talking about our personality types, Martina didn't have her. But
Yes.
now I think you already did the test of the Myers-Briggs test, right? So now you know what you are.
Yeah, I totally did it like just before, and I'm an ENFJA, which is
Yes.
I read through the description very briefly just before, and I have to say it totally fits my personality because it's like the leadership person. Also like kind of my energy, it says that like I have the energy to pull people over to me and to make them motivated for doing projects, doing work and stuff like this. And funny thing is, when I read this, I thought about the last job I had as an HR manager, and I had kind of not an informal assistant like the person working at the reception desk. She was helping me out because I was alone and I had so much work to do, and I'm really good at delegating things. And she was so it was so great to have her help me because she really did lots of work of the easy stuff, which like I did not have time for doing, and she did it perfectly fine, and it was like a huge help for me. And I'm still in contact with my former colleagues, and like my so the person who came after me in my position, she's the total opposite of me. So she's lazy like hell and like no leadership and really crazy. It's like the worst what can happen. Yeah, and it's as my friends always say, I would never want to be the type of person who has to fit in a position after you. Never. I don't do that. Because they always say you can only lose. You will never win. You will only lose. And like, yeah,
Somehow I can imagine this.
and she's like, so the other woman now, and she's like the exact opposite, and also like, yeah. And the person who helped me, the one from the reception next, she's totally lazy. They told me it does not work anymore. She's sitting around, she's chatting more or less, she's complaining a lot about things of whatever. And I thought, okay, so she seems to be a type of person who can easily be influenced by other people. And there what you see exactly what impact the influence has, the right influence. So if you go in there motivated and we can do it together, and you are a huge help for me, and you get them motivated and do lots of work, and then the other is like sitting around and chatting the whole day long. So it's kind of interesting.
It's interesting, yeah. Because, okay, so as an ENFJ, you're the protagonist, right?
Yeah.
I don't know how many of you are there in the world. Because the INFJ was the rare kind. But there must be more ENFJs, right? More of the extroverted.
I don't know, but I did not
Just checking.
I've not read the whole description yet, but so it was not like stated in the beginning. Maybe it's somewhere in the very bottom.
Okay.
I love the fact that we are all NF, the second and third ones, right?
Yeah,
We are all
yeah.
intuitive and feeling people.
Yeah.
We are.
You were thinking you would be observant, right, Martina? Last time when we were talking, you
I
thought you would
can't
be more
remember
observant, but you're
exactly.
highly
Yeah,
intuitive.
she thought.
Yeah.
True.
Thought. Because she's always observing people.
Yeah.
And you were the one who's assertive while Than and I are turbulent.
Yeah, but this was kind of
I'm 97% assertive.
like
I'm
really
57%
assertive.
turbulent.
I was
Sorry,
60 something turbulent, so at least.
we're
But
leaning towards it. We're
we're
getting there.
leaning. We're leaning. But Martina's really like assertive.
Yeah, but what's the like observant? What's the opposite of it?
Of observant, intuitive.
Intuitive. Like let me check. Intuitive. Yeah, but I'm 82% intuitive. So
Very intuitive. You know, all my scores are like 60, 59, 67, 51. So I'm very in between. Talk about being a mediator.
like the judging.
Maybe you're still finding yourself.
Judging, yeah, like this, but like this.
Based on the situation, I will pivot.
but assertiveness and intuitive are very outstanding. Crazy.
It's so funny because I used to be like 85, 90% extrovert. Now I'm a 61% introvert. Like life changes you. Like, don't talk
Yeah,
to me.
I think you might change, right? That's why sometimes you just do the personality test over and over
Yeah.
again just to see if something changed. There's also, oh, now I don't remember clearly, but there is a university in Switzerland who's doing, they have their own kind of personality test. You can just, it's just not, it's more about, doesn't say so much about your personality indeed, but more about your interests in the end, or about your values. So something like honesty or empathy. So you
I
just do
love
the
stuff
test,
about
Okay.
values.
and in the end, it says more about your values because it's more for you as a guideline to getting your job or choosing a
Okay.
profession.
Yeah.
There's or teamwork. So, like, what are the points that matter to you? So, what kind of profession should you choose according to your values?
I need this test.
Yeah. Okay, I try to
Is it
look it up.
open?
Yeah,
Do
but
you
it's
know?
a
Is it
university
open
in
for
Switzerland.
public or is it just for the students?
It's for public. It's for public.
Really?
Yeah, me too. I did it twice, and then I had one of the students at the Shaolin Temple. She knew about this test, and she's doing it every year. She says, and it's really changing. She says,
Yeah.
it's like because you're changing, you're growing, and then
Yeah.
your values
Makes sense.
change. Yeah.
I did this test once. Clearly, we are the type of people to keep doing tests.
Trying to understand ourselves.
Tell me more about me. I did this test once, and you were supposed to literally choose colors and shapes and patterns. Like, what are you leaning towards? And based on that, it will tell you what's happening.
Yeah.
I hope I have it somewhere. It was really accurate as well. I
Oh,
wonder
well,
if
this
that's
is
changing
interesting.
between what was there. Like, are we that predictable as humans?
Yeah.
Like, this is just a matrix, huh?
I think we are. Yeah. I think we are. But it's so interesting. I also love doing such tests. It's so interesting.
Yeah, I mean, you definitely learned something
Yeah.
about yourself.
Yeah.
Me too. When I did the one from the like Switzerland's university, I was kind of, oh, really? I didn't think what is really more important to you because you might think of yourself like I think honesty was somehow so much more important. I mean, yes, true. I know I want people to be honest, but it was kind of so important.
Yeah.
Wow.
And
To
then
me, loyalty is
yeah.
like that.
It,
So important.
yeah, it helped like understanding why I somehow don't get along with certain people at all. Yeah.
Mhm. Yeah.
Give us the tea. Give us the tea.
I'm trying to look it up.
No, tell us what are the kind of people you don't
If
get.
you're the people,
Can't
okay.
be us. Ankita, it can't be us.
No,
Like, we are so
not
similar,
you.
like the
It
NFF.
better not be us, Martina. We can never be sure. We need
Yeah,
to
yeah.
Yes, not both of you, because
Yay!
otherwise, and it also shows. Yay! No, because it also shows. But this is maybe the dark side of being an INFJ. I cut off relationships really quick when something really happens that is kind of damaging, like my view so hard that I just cut off the relationship right away.
And
So
how do you
there's
do
nothing
that?
like, I mean, it's the dark side of being an INFJ, right? Because you could maybe try to discuss things with people. You could
Oh, you
try
just cut off without
Yeah,
any.
but I think it
just
doesn't
cut
make
off.
sense to discuss things with people.
And it's true. It's true. I mean, and sometimes it's not even about something really bad happening, but I kind of really just, and I know from the past, it's true.
We will know, Ankita, we will know when Tan does not respond anymore. It's like texting her, no response.
She's like my landlord, huh?
And we
Like,
know
I will not.
we've been cut off now.
I don't really, yeah, but then I just cut off. But yes, I mean, there have also been people who were teaching and who I was learning from. And when it showed off that they are not what they are supposed to be,
Waiting for
something
that
inside of
cutoff.
me just cuts off.
Do you give chances after you've realized it? In the sense, do you internally go, okay, let me see a little more before I cut off, or is it like one thing happens and you cut off?
It's really like one thing happens and I cut off.
Because I am very similar in cutting off as well, but my mental process is much longer. I'm like, okay, let me see, maybe like I'll put it on my turbulence is inside. I'm like, okay, maybe I should see if it's a one-off thing, everybody has a hard life, something might have happened, XYZ. So I'll give them a couple of chances. But like once you reach that tipping point over for me, I say you are dead to me. Like for me, you're dead. You're like you don't exist. You don't exist in my life. You can't exist, but you just are not present in my life. So my cutoff is like that.
I believe it's about how much the person meant to me in the end, because then I kind of have a long way to cut off.
But the process has started.
Still, there might be one moment that I just suddenly cut off. Well,
yeah, but I'm kind of the same. Yeah,
I think I lost some friends.
Depends on the person and the history I have and the situation actually. But I'm also like, when I'm done, then I'm done with someone.
Yeah,
it's like,
and that's actually good, right? That really helps, because when you're done, you're done. Like I quit some of my really bad habits, just woke up and turned cold turkey. I don't need that anymore. Done. Didn't even have a thought cross my mind twice about it then.
Yeah,
it really helped. But and I personally felt like it had a bit, like it's obviously a bit about personality there, but it's also, for me, it's personally the emotional charge needs to dissipate. So if I'm still feeling any kind of emotion about it, I still, like, obviously then you exist in my life if I have emotions about it. But eventually I might not have emotions about the person, but I might have emotions about the situation. Once I'm done with the person, R.I.P. Rest in peace. Bye bye. May you go to heaven.
And for me, it's kind of it's a waste of time and energy. That's why I don't do it anymore. Because when I feel it's done, when I feel I'm done, then I'm done. Yeah, it doesn't make sense.
I learned something cool about human design a few days back, which was really interesting, based on your open channels, just after we had the discussion live last time. So I won't delve into it again, but just like the process that we all have, like I need time before I can do it. I cut off. My teacher was telling me, Soraya, she's awesome. She was talking about how when you have an open channel, there are certain questions for you and certain things for you that will always happen. Like an open sacral will always stay too long in a relationship while they're not supposed to. And like an open spleen will be like not sure when to leave. So it's not about the duration, they're deciding when types thing. The thing that we're talking about can be again related back to how you're designed as well, if you want some clarity on that. I found it so cool.
Yeah, this is cool, right? You can always relate back. I found the Switzerland's one, but it's in German. I don't know if they have an English word.
I'll translate.
But for Martina, it would be persönlichkeitsstärken.ch. Ankita's going like, what is she talking about? This
like, if you were speaking Korean, I could have maybe understood. Even Chinese a little bit, considering how much I watched that.
Persönlichkeitsstärken, but the is like AE, right?
Yeah,
Please put it on WhatsApp group.
I mean, I don't know if they have it in English. I mean,
I'll translate it. Don't just send it to me. That's my problem.
Yeah. We try. But it's like, it's a long one. Yeah, it's quite a long one.
Okay.
And then
we're studying you, right?
I'm not going to do it now.
This is a really long one. I went like, how many minutes is this going
to next half an hour on the podcast.
and they kind of show you sentences, and then you can choose how much you agree to the sentence, like the degree of how much you agree. And then in the end, it really shows the whole chart of your values.
Okay, that's gonna be very interesting.
That's gonna be interesting.
I live like it's weekend and my calendar, my to-do list is like, oh, to eat somewhere.
So much for a rest month, huh? Yeah. God, I've worked so hard.
Yeah. And I think I had 2 rest days in October so far, and now it's October 26th, and I had 2 days of rest.
And I'm pretty sure Martina
work with
something resting. On those rest days too. Like,
we could have rested, but we did a volunteer trip, Martina.
Yeah. It was very enlightening, though. Very enlightening, but not
Part
very.
of their purpose and personality.
Well, other people
Yeah.
were resting.
Yeah,
We
lots of
just
them
chose
were
to
resting.
work. We chose
Yeah.
to work. But it
But
again, it just
it's
fits
like
our
like
personality.
but this is what I said to you there as well, Tan. It's like for me,
By the
it
way, they
would,
both went without me. Let me-
unfortunately,
Not that they
yes.
didn't take me, but they went without me.
Unfortunately, yes.
But
We
please
Uh,
just
continue.
we just tried for you.
no.
I feel like in a way I was spared. Like I would like to visit
Yeah.
the kids separately, but I will do my Africa when I need to and when
Oh,
I'm
you
called.
can come with us because Tan and I are already working on a trip there without the with like actually a great
Without the
organization.
organization.
So we
Ah,
are in contact with
nice. Okay.
Yeah,
Yes.
we
I
we
just
will
need to
find
respond
another
to what comes
solution.
my way.
yeah.
Yeah. But still, I mean, it's just our personality. We
Mhm.
couldn't have been just sitting around and watching and doing nothing because
I
we
was
went there.
like there is everything taking so long. We could help them much more. We
Yeah.
could do much more. Our impact would be much bigger. And we are just sitting around and waiting. And some of them did it the whole day long. And I could not have done it. So I said like we discussed it there several times. Are we crazy? Why are we doing
Yeah.
all
Because
and
we were really
always said
working as hell.
I
We
always
would start off at 6 a.m. in the morning, like getting up and just like somehow getting the breakfast, and then we would just start working, right?
yeah.
Till it got dark.
Yeah.
And
But it
yeah,
was
but
not
it's
in a sense
no,
of stressful hard work. It was not like
no,
this. It
but
was
we wanted to do it.
joyful. It was funny. It was nice to do it. Nice to be with the kids and do something together with them or help them working us and stuff like this. It was really nice. So it was not hard work in like you have to get this like not but I always said it I could not have done it differently. This is not my personality. I'm
Yeah.
like I want to do something. I want to make an impact. I want to help the people. That's why I go where. That's why I also like uh, work somewhere or coach someone because it's like it's about helping people and from sitting around
You're not
surfing on
helping.
social media and chatting with other people what you could do because you are such a great person whatever you could do and doing nothing will get you nowhere.
Yeah, and
And
it was like,
actually, not doing nothing is still okay, but using where you are to pretend like you are
Yeah,
doing
yeah,
something,
yes, this was the
that's
problem, right?
that's the
yeah,
thing
that's
that
true.
gets to
Yeah.
me.
That's true.
Yeah. But it was kind of, it was clearly like our personality, right? Because Martina's the type of getting things done.
Yeah,
Actually, part of your values, I feel so
Yeah,
much
it is
more.
part of our values, actually. Yes.
Because you value actually doing the work and then using it for something rather
Yes.
than just, yeah.
And me, like being the idealist and the perfectionist, it has to happen. Yeah. So we were kind of really just working, and there was just no way in sitting there and pretending to work because it's just going contrary to our values and our
yeah,
personalities.
not possible.
No, yeah,
Actually,
that's
just
really not
thinking about
possible.
values there. What are your top values in your mind?
I
What are your
really
top
have to look up at my test again. I know
You
it
said
was.
honesty. No, without test. Just if
I
I say what
no,
do you
I
value?
remember
What
honesty was
matters most
way
to you?
higher than I thought it would be,
Okay,
and
just
there
answer this
was
question.
more about justice. No, it wasn't. It wasn't honesty. It was justice.
I
Justice.
But I'm the same. I'm
Such
fairness
a
Yes,
is
it
Libra
was
thing.
very very
Can
justice.
I
high.
just say Libra is just such a justice thing? Anyway, sorry, Martina.
I'm a Leo, but
That's everything.
I'm totally for if I, it's like it really hurts me when I see people
Yeah,
being treated unfair. That's really
yeah,
hard.
Unfair.
Very,
Justice,
yeah,
yeah.
it's very hard for me to accept. And honestly, I can't accept it when it comes to children or like when I like in a company and there are employees treating unfair. I'm the one telling them it's not going to
This is
happen
not
like this.
right.
I'm not going to do it.
mhm.
You cannot do it. I'm like,
Yeah, true. It's you know,
yeah,
yeah, justice,
Justice
justice.
is one of
It
my
is.
values as
Yeah,
well.
it is
Like
totally just
fairness is one of my values,
yeah,
basically.
yeah,
Yeah.
same.
because
But
there
for
was
me, it's more internal. Like I will not interfere. Like Martina, you will speak up for
Yeah,
others
I
and
have
stuff,
to.
right? In front of people. I
Yeah.
will not speak up for people. I will help the person speak up for themselves. It's more about me being able to facilitate that because
Mhm.
somehow I might not have, like, my internal dialogue is, this is not my battle, XYZ. That's how I would think about it. So I think that's also the extrovert introvert bit coming in
Yeah,
a little
right?
bit, right?
I think of it like I speak up for them to pull them with me so that they get it, and it's easier for them to speak up
And
for
that's,
themselves.
it's
So
not
this,
a right or wrong.
no,
It's
no,
just two
but
different ways of doing it. Yeah.
that's how interesting it is. That's my thought
Right?
process. You are like, you
Yeah.
need to motivate them and help them and stuff, and I think I get started with it, and so I will pull them with me, and then
You're
they
modeling it for
it's
them.
possible.
How will
Yeah.
it look like?
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. And then they see, okay, you are not going to die if you speak up for yourself. So, and
Yeah.
she already said it. I only have to say, yes.
Yeah, like you're giving them an opportunity to
Yeah,
actually
yeah.
be able to do it. You're
Yeah,
creating
that's
that
my way
space
of
in
going
that
about it.
way.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah.
I love that. Any other
So
values? Like,
interesting.
I value loyalty a lot. Sorry, Bathan, you wanted to say
Yes,
something
yes.
before?
Loyalty was also one of the chart was really interesting actually because they are all values you can just think of. And it says I think the first 5 values that come up really define you. And the
Okay.
rest is just coming out.
Okay.
Like but the first 5 are really fine. Yeah, justice. It was
Justice,
justice. The interesting thing I'm just like I'm somewhere between you two, reacting to those situations because I remember when we had difficult times for nurses at hospital. I kind of stood up for nurses. There, I kind of stood up. I really was speaking out loudly what I was thinking. But I know there are other situations where I might be more like Ankita, yeah, more helping the person,
Yeah.
but not really speaking up.
Yeah.
So it seems to depend. But that's maybe my Libra thing now.
Balancing
Because I
the
still
time.
need the harmony and to try to be diplomatic.
And
But
Martina
at
still
some
keep
point,
you. She's like, I'm gonna tell you. Let me tell you straight. Listen,
But
I will roar. You have to hear.
I start sentences with this. And they said like I have to tell you. You need to know. You need to know. Why are you not? This is crazy what you are doing.
Oh my, so technically I'm an Aries, so I should be a little bit more, but I'm also, my life, as I have talked about, right? I'm a Libra rising and Aries sun moon, so I'm like, I'm balancing the two in some ways as well. So I'm taking what Martina is saying, but I'm telling it to the person rather than to the person who needs it. I'm pumping them up with my Aries energy. I love this so much. I always love how the three of us are so similar yet so different.
Yeah.
Like, it always ends up at the same space, but the path we take is just like
Yeah.
all
yeah, but
over.
it feels like you have different possibilities to get to the
Yeah.
same
Yeah.
result.
Yeah.
And that's the joy of life, right? Like, you get to do the thing, but you do it your way. You don't have to follow the any other way. Like, just do it the way you need to, the way you want to. Follow your calling.
And every one of us is like helping people and encouraging people to like go their way and stand up for themselves and whatever. And it's like, but we all have a different energy behind it. So like for me, it would not feel good to like be the one in the background and motivating them and pushing them and stuff like this. I could not do it like this. I'm like, I pull people.
Yeah, you have to lead.
I'm like, hey, I'm already here. Come over. What are you doing over there?
Yeah, you really need to lead, right?
Yeah,
So, like be in the front row.
It comes natural. And I also saw it while we were there in Kenya with the painting stuff. It happens naturally with so many things. Then like people, they need a decision for something. They stand beside me and ask me the question. I then make the decision for them. It's like, oh yeah, we can do it like this. Or Martina, can you come over? Can you have a look at here? And I say, yes, it's good like this. Then it's like, and it worked with the children. It was really
Yeah,
cool.
it worked, right?
When they
Yeah.
started painting, and most of the others, they let them paint somewhere. And I thought, yeah, when the children want to help, I'll get them, tell them where they should paint and how they should do it. And they did it like as I told them, really exactly as I told them. And then when they were done, they were coming over. Where next, Martina? Where next? Okay, it works.
Yeah, you could pull the children in. Yeah, it's weird, right? Because
Yeah.
I'm not so. I'm still the projector who needs the invitation. Because when Phoebe was inviting me to teach the kids to do the kung fu and the dance training with them, okay, then I went in and just worked.
I love this. I love how we are able to use this knowledge. right? It's made us better because we are aware and we are not like, it's so easy to feel like I'm not taking initiative, right, Athan? Like, why did I not do it myself? But
Yeah.
you just know you will do it better when you get that invitation.
Yeah.
Martina just knows if she steps up, things will start working out. She doesn't have to be in conflict, be like, am I being too much or something like that. I just love how it is a thing, Martina.
Yeah.
So many people feel like that all the time, right? I love how we are able to build this integrate all this knowledge into our lives and allow it to flow. I love it. Yay. Anything else you guys want to talk about your personalities? What are we thinking?
I think we are like, there are so many different things about personalities and stuff like this. There is like astrology, human design, the Myers-Briggs test, the new Swiss test. There are
The new
also
Swiss-
numerology and stuff like this. There is so many different things, and I kind of like in a phase of looking into lots of different things, but the core, or not only the core, lots of it is always the same. Like if I do, like I did, like it's called Matrix of Destiny. It's a numerology chart about your birth date and stuff, and it also says clearly that I'm a leader. So every test, it's like those things are like really, it's always you have to lead, and you are like pulling people in with your energy in whatever you do, and you can be the role model. You speak up for them and stuff like this, and it's like it's very very similar.
So
And
you see, then you have to leave.
yeah, I have to. And it comes totally natural. So I don't do anything. It happens to me. And this is what I learned there in Kenya as well. So I just standing there. I don't say anything. They come to me and ask some questions. Like, look at this. What are we going to do? And I'm like, yeah, let's do this and this. Okay. And people I know since like 24 hours and stuff like this. So it's like the energy I have. It's there is no other description for it. And people obviously feel it. Yeah.
Yeah, love it.
Yeah. It's also like, I mentioned the book, like the archetypes of the soul.
Yeah.
But then, I have to teach, because the book is putting you in like 8 categories of your soul. Like, since I'm a doctor, everyone's saying like I must be a healer, but somehow I couldn't connect to the healer soul at all. And went like, oh no, why? But then I remember, I think it was the priest actually, but the priest is teaching. That's why, something, yeah. But it's kind of, because there you just like read the description of the soul archetypes, right? And then you have to just see what's resonating with you, where you are feeling it fits.
That's so interesting, right? It's different from choosing what you want versus what you are birthed with, and so you read through the whole book and you feel into the archetype that you're feeling, is it?
Yeah, and it's just, so the first chapter is just about putting you like your archetypes, because you have your soul, and then you have the other souls helping you, and the such stuff. And then there's also like the other side, right? Like your fears, or your what are your like the problems that come with being the archetype. Yeah, like the priest is always say, I think it was priest. I'm not. It was a German book, okay, and so now I'm just like, if it's translated correctly. But I tend to see things black and white, and I think this fits perfectly with me just cutting off relationships with people. Okay. Oh, what's this cut off?
Can I add something here? In tarot, there's a card called High Priestess. It's literally black white, and this priestess is just watching with detachment and doing what needs to be done. So we have a card for you.
Okay.
If I had to assign a card for Martina, so we have High Priestess for you. I would put the Strength card for you, Martina. It's literally a female who's taming a lion. It has the full Leo energy. It has the full capacity to tame what needs to be tamed and do what needs to be done. Like I would put that literally for you. Like I feel that card is you. And I think for me, I would put something like a magician. Like you have a million tools around and you're just morphing it and using it what is needed.
But it fits you. Yeah, totally fits you. Yeah.
It fits. Yeah, and if it's Martina also, really, this whole fire energy in this, right?
And it's so much beyond, right? Like we always talk about fire as doing, but we forget the part about courage. It takes courage to do this. There's a whole, like, even if you're inclined to do it, there is so much that goes into it.
Sure. It can always have consequences for yourself as well. So when I stand up for people, like I'm known as the one, oh, she's gonna be there again. And it could have consequences for me. So they can say like we don't want you to work for us or with us anymore because like we don't like your energy and this is not okay for us. But I don't care because I feel I have to do it. It's really, really strong. I have to do it and I don't care because I'm like, if you don't like me as I am, that's my personality, then it's better we don't work together.
Yeah.
like yeah, why? So I can't sit there and it's actually it's impossible. It's really impossible. Not that I've tried it, but
She's like, nah, that's not happening. But I like kudos to the fact that you've made it work that way as well, right? Like you've stood up for what you valued and you're doing well. You're doing okay. Like you can do it. It's an option that's available. Yeah.
And it's if you are like if you are with people or especially in a business environment with other managers or leaders, if they are value the same, if they have the same values like honesty and stuff like this, they expect me to be like this. So they don't like it's not oh, she's complaining again, because I'm not a complainer.
Yeah.
I bring solutions at the same time. It's not like that
just
I'm
problems,
complaining
there's
of
options.
this is not going right and this is and everything is horrible. That's not something you hear from me. For me it's always like you have to change things because it's unfair or because of whatever, and here is the way how to do it. And usually
that's
people
true.
can accept this because it's not about complaining, it's about making things better.
Yeah, but that's true. You're really solution focused. You were
Very
also
solution.
very solution focused during the volunteer trip. I was sometimes I was like, this is not fair. I just got into my justice point. And Martina was going like, yeah, but it's not going to be better when you're just complaining. So we have to do, and I was like, okay, she's solution focused. I'm in my, this is injustice.
And then Tan like got into
Which
her
is also
painting
important,
suit. Tan
completely
got
important.
into her painting suit and everything was fine again.
Yeah, I just got into my, yes.
You have to bring it together.
I took my scrubs on, like, this is my painting suit.
So we have a leader, we have a teacher, and what am I? What am I? What do you think I am?
You're kind of like the magician, finding, I think, like finding ways, or somebody being the creative part.
Like a coach.
Yeah, it's more like being creative, and yes,
That's so true. Yeah, like
You're more
I'll
like a
bring
coach.
it out of you one-on-one, working with people
yeah,
and stuff like
And
that.
you have
Yeah,
so many
motivate
different
them.
interests and so many different areas where you know things about, and you can
yeah.
connect them.
It's like you've, yeah,
So
you can
you're like,
work.
if I would say so. So I'm Tan is a coach to a certain degree, and I'm a coach too to a certain degree. But you are most of the most coach.
Yes, because you're really picking out what the person has, and then you're working with that. You're
Yeah,
working
I see
on
what
what
you
the
mean.
person can offer you. Martina's more like the real leader, right? You are more taking the
I'm
direction.
more about the process as well in a way. Yeah.
I'm more about like result and getting there all together, also with what people can do best and not as good. So I'm also very good in like finding out, realizing what people where people are good at and not so good at. But it's more for like I have a different meaning behind it than you have. You are like 100% for the people's sake, so help them improve. I also want to help them improve, but I always
But
have
you're
in
focused
mind
on the end result as
for
well.
a
Yeah.
project or for a result, for a
So
goal we
not
have.
goal oriented.
Yeah, the efficiency behind it. So,
Efficiency, productivity, this is totally mine. I'm not dishonest, and I'm very, very fair, but I have a different goal than you have, Ankita.
Yeah.
I have like a bigger
true.
goal for the whole, for a community or for a company or for a project or something like this
Correct.
in my mind, where I need to go, and I need to bring the people with me there.
Yeah.
And you are just for one person, what's best for them and how can they like
right?
do everything to their best knowledge and stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah, so me different as well, because I'm more about just passing on the knowledge.
Yeah.
So really passing it on.
You're the
and then
subject matter
helping them work
expert.
it out.
You are like, you need to know. You need to
Yeah,
know.
I'm really need to know. And when but right, like really, yeah, if you know all this, then you can work your way. Yeah, I'm
When
more like
you are like you tell them everything, and then like people, then when they know everything, they will be able to do it.
yeah,
And Rita
yeah.
is guiding them to do it, and I'm
Mhm.
like, come on, let's do it. I'll tell you everything you need on the way.
So Martina is you need to do. Than is you need to know.
Yes,
And you are, let me help you.
Let me help you.
yeah.
I love it. I'm writing these
Yeah,
facts down.
yeah, but
Perfect. I
it's
think this is a
interesting, right?
very sorry, go on, Than.
No, but I thought it's interesting, right? Because when you just get it down to the personality traits you have and the way you try to impact people and to like help,
Yeah.
then you can work with it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just with the way you
It's
work.
much easier. I also think, since I know how I roll and how I work, it's much easier for me to
Yeah.
do it on purpose with
Mhm.
other people. Because like in former times, it happened like this, that I was the leader and stuff like this. It happens,
Yeah.
of course. But now I know I'm really, really good at it, and people kind of want it. So I don't hesitate. I go in directly, and I'm like with the kids, like, when I see them doing something, I say, "Can I show you how to do it?" And they're, yeah, please show me. So it's like, and otherwise, I would have like watched
So
the
you're not
program.
imposing it on them. You're
Yeah,
seeking their permission and you're offering it
yeah,
to them. So
yeah,
it's a perfect balance. Like if you need it, take it. If you don't, that's fine.
yeah.
Yeah.
So it makes
Love
life
it.
easier and more fun. I think it's really fun when you watch yourself how you do things and stuff like this. It's fun. For me, it's fun. It's very exciting.
Yes. Life's all about fun. And on that note, this episode has been so much fun for
Yeah,
all of us. As
yeah.
you can see, we are grinning as usually. And we just love ourselves. And I hope you guys love yourselves and you find and you feel like it's hard for you to love yourself. Maybe learn about yourself a little bit more. Take some personality tests, figure out what works for you, what is important for you. And I'm sure that will help you become so much better and feel so much better. And please do share this journey with us. We would love to know what you're going through, what you feel like you're coming up with, and what is your personality and how does that play out in your life. I'm so excited to read the comments. Like all these stories and
Yeah,
journeys are going to be
totally.
so fun,
Absolutely.
right? So this has been me, Ankita,
Martina,
And fun.
and this is Three Girls.
Mike.
Still the problem with the banana ice cream. I ate the last banana this morning with my porridge.
I did get a banana this time.
I have
I
some
was like,
frozen
let's have at
bananas.
least a banana.
I have some frozen bananas.
Okay, I hope you guys have a wonderful, wonderful time. Please do like, share, subscribe, and click that notification bell so you know when we upload the next episode. Bye. Have a lovely week.
See you soon. Bye. Bye.